Thank you, dear colleague. My next speaker is Mr. Orgen.
Thank you, President. Commissioner, dear colleagues. 33 million. That is the number of people in Sudan who urgently need humanitarian assistance. And 16 million of them are children. Colleagues, the situation in Sudan is worsening by the day. The RSF are now threatening an offensive on El Obeid, putting 500,000 civilians at risk. We have already witnessed the horror of El Fasher. We cannot allow another massacre to happen. We must increase humanitarian assistance, ensure humanitarian access, and support those working on the ground to save lives. But we must also hold those accountable who are responsible. The Council must adopt targeted restrictive measures against commanders, financiers and external enablers, such as the UAE-based private security company, Global Security Services Group, for providing military support to the RSF. Colleagues, our commitment to international law is tested not by our words, but by our actions. The people of Sudan are suffering, and we must not look away. Thank you.
Thank you, dear colleague. Madame Brill. Sorry. You have the floor.
First of all, thank you all colleagues for the collaboration on this resolution. I put it on the agenda because we urgently need decisive action to save lives in Sudan. 33 million dependent on aid, 19 million facing hunger, and now the siege on El Obeid that will escalate this crisis, especially for women and children. And it's remarkable how easily some in this House pretend to care about women's rights, but behind closed doors they just care about UAE, and I'm looking to the far-right colleagues over there. The UAE is the state funding the war, the rape, the trafficking of women. Last time, too many members on that side of the House stayed silent when we all wanted to hold the Emirates accountable, and here we are again. Now there's even more evidence of the Emirates funding the war in Sudan. They are responsible for this genocide, and it is time they pay for it. I think tomorrow is the time to vote in favor of this resolution for women's rights.
Thank you very much. La señora Serra Sánchez.
Gracias, presidente. Señorías, supongo que han visto ustedes imágenes de mujeres en Sudán con sus hijos encima llorando de desesperación. Ante esto hay dos opciones. Una es explicar lo que sucede en Sudán recurriendo al viejo relato del colonialismo, según el cual los conflictos en el sur global se deben a que son unos bárbaros, a que no saben convivir en paz, a que no saben autogobernarse, y bajo ese relato siempre se han justificado las invasiones extranjeras y callado ante la violencia que suponen. Y hay otra opción, que es decir la verdad. Decir la verdad en el caso de Sudán implica decir que los 60.000 muertos son consecuencia de la responsabilidad de Occidente y sus aliados, que Emiratos Árabes Unidos introduce las armas que sirven para cometer un genocidio y que extrae el oro de Sudán. Y como todos y todas sabemos que Emiratos Árabes Unidos es un gobierno títere de Estados Unidos e Israel, que los planes expansionistas del sionismo están detrás del genocidio que se está cometiendo en Sudán. Y otra vez más, que Estados Unidos e Israel son la principal amenaza para la humanidad. Muchas gracias.